Hey everyone. Hey guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all from wherever you're joining us from. Good morning, afternoon, evening to our amazing Naija Watch family. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for joining me once again today. My name is Kachi. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Okay, we have more people joining us on live right now. I'm just going to wait a bit for more people to come on live before we dive into the discussion we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I can see Mommy Diaspora. Thank you so much for joining me today. Shola FC, greetings to you too. I hope you're doing very well. I can see Edo Lights Watch. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're doing very well. Thank you guys, and to our amazing viewers out there, thank you so much for watching me today. Thank you for joining Naija Watch today. I hope you're doing very well. Okay, you know how we roll now. You know that the platform always gets filled up and we can only accept 10 people. I've already pasted the link there. Before I hear, oh, Kachi, this and that, please click on the link and join now. Me, I don't want to hear this and that. Please click on the link and join. Biko, click on the link and join. Oh, we already have somebody here. Sharp, sharp, Mr. Omoru. Good evening to you, sir. I hope you're doing very well. I can see Osa. Good evening to
Good
you.
evening.
Good evening, sir. I can see Naomi Bella. Good evening to you. I hope you're doing very well. I hope you're doing okay. Guys, the link is just on the screen on the comment section. Click on the link and join. Click on the link and join. It's first come, first serve. Oh. Click on the link and join.
All
Thank
right.
you all so much.
All
Okay.
right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, Naija Watch family and Nigerians all over the world. I appreciate every one of you for joining us this evening. All right. This show is for Kachi, but I just wanted to join her to play a video from here, and then that's it. I'm going to vanish from this screen. I appreciate every one of you from joining us. I can see Mother of all Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much for joining us, Mommy. Good evening to you. Thank you very much. I can see Adola Watch right there. Thanks very much for joining us. I can see Shola FC is right there with us. Osa. Agopa Simi is right there. Naomi Bella is right there. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Favor is having get right there. Comrade Roland Omoro, good evening to you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Naomi Bella, once again. I appreciate every one of you for joining us right now. Yes, we are going to be talking about a couple of things, as you all can see on the title. Chris Okotie, the pastor, popular pastor, you all know the pictures right there on the screen. He came out from nowhere. I don't know where it's coming from. He came out from nowhere saying that Tinubu, Atiku, and Peter Obi, and many more candidates, all of them should step down for him because God has revealed to him that he's going to be the next president of Nigeria. So we need to talk about this, my people. Remember, nobody can doubt the word of God. I'm not sure where this word is coming from, so it's not my duty to doubt any kind of word. So we are going to be talking about that as well. So we are also going to move on to Peter Obi. Peter Obi, I've responded on the I don't know if he's a prophet, if he's a bishop, Mbaka. What is it? Please tell me, what's his
He's
title?
a reverend father.
Okay,
He's a
Reverend.
priest. He's a priest.
Okay, priest, Reverend, Pastor, Ibaka, anyone. Thank you, sir. Peter Obi have responded to him, and we're also going to be talking about other politics that is currently going on right now. As you all know that we are very, very concerned about the 2023 presidential race. I told you guys before, between now to the day of the election, we are going to be coming out back to back every blessed day to update you guys of what is currently going on. As you know, on this platform, we say it how it is. On this platform, we don't filter anything. Many other mainstream medias, they filter it, they edit and do one or two things before they come on air. Although I respect Arise TV so much because they say it how it is as well. But although we is organic. Thank you very much, my people, for joining us. I can see George right there. Thanks very much for joining us. Vero is right there with us. Osamuime Olotu, I see you right there. My brother Israel Sembota, thank you very much for joining us. Please, guys, we have the link right there. Use it to join us and let's do this together. Let's listen to what we're going to be starting with Peter Obi. What do you have to say? His response to Reverend Mbaka. Thank you.
Father Mbaka is an ordained priest of God. And as a priest, he remains my priest. And I will always respect and show my allegiance to the church. And whatever he says, I take it because he's my father. He's my father in faith. And I respect him any day. And he's my brother. We're very close. That's my own discipline. And whenever he says something wrong, I pray over it. If he says something right, I pray over it. So mine is prayers. And whatever he does, I love him. This is me because
So
he's the
you-
priest of God.
So despite all of
I
this,
don't-
you love Father Mbaka.
I don't have any problem with him. Whatever he says, I put it in prayers. If he says, I'm not going to be voted because I don't have money, my prayers is, may God make these people who are collecting money to vote to see reason why they should not do so. That's prayers. In fact, if I traveled when he said that, if I was there, I would tell him, since you're seeing this, pray for me to overcome it. Because actually, that's what I tell to every pastor. I meet pastors every day who tell me, Peter, this is going to happen. I said, since you've seen it, let's pray that it doesn't happen. That's one.
All right, my people, thank you very much for your time with us right there. We're also going to play another part because it's a long broadcast, but we're just going to play some part of it where we can deliberate on. You know, as some people are accusing Peter Obi of using the public fund for his own family. So he responded to that as well. Let's listen to that.
In this talk that, hey, Peter Obi used state finance to do his family business. Please address that. What is going on as regards that?
Which family business?
So that's what people are saying.
Which family business? Anybody can say, which family business? You know, people, because we live in a country where people don't celebrate good things, because we celebrate criminality. Rufai, which family business? Can they call one family business? You know, they just tell you all sorts of things. No criminal leaves what he can steal. No criminal. That's why even if you go to church, they tell you to protect your phone. Rufai had left almost 100 billion. When I have the powers to take it, in any other country, I have the highest award. I have the Queen's Award in the UK. I have it anywhere. But because this is a criminalized country, nobody will celebrate it. Show me one governor, apart from Yaradua, late Yaradua, who left 5 billion. Now they live with debts and they celebrate them. Look at the amount of money people are borrowing today. I didn't borrow one kobo. Later left dollars and everything. I saw somebody yesterday. He told me he's the managing director of NIPP. And I said, yes, I invested $59 million in this exercise. So which family business?
Can you guys hear me?
We can
Thank
hear
you.
you now, Mr. Naija Watch.
Oh, okay, thank you very much, my people. We're going to pause that right there. There's a lot of accusation going on right now that Peter Obi doesn't have structure. Peter Obi when he was a governor, Anambra State governor, he used the money there for his family business. He used this and all that. He responded to almost all of them today. But still, I would like to hand over to Kashi right now. Let her take us through on the Pastor Chris or Reverend. I don't know.
Okotie, Pastor Chris Okotie.
And all of them have so much titles, which is very, very confusing. Okay, let's say Pastor Chris Okotie just came from nowhere, saying now that Tinubu, Atiku, and Peter Obi and many more must resign or rather step down because God has ordained him or sent him to come and take over as the president of Nigeria. So, Kashi, please take us through on that one. Thank you.
Okay, I'll take you guys through. But first of all, I'd like to read what Ned Nwoko said to Peter Obi. As regards what she said about Peter Obi not having structures and all of that, Ned Nwoko has also come out to say he doesn't have structure and all of that. So I'm just going to read that for you guys. That's very tiny. So let me just read that to you guys. It says, Peter Obi can't become president because he does not have the structure to rule Nigeria. This is Ned Nwoko speaking right now. We all know Ned Nwoko, the billionaire lawyer and politician, that got married to Regina Daniels. So let me go ahead. He said Ned Nwoko, a Nigerian lawyer, politician, and philanthropist, has said Peter Obi cannot become president of Nigeria because he does not have the structure to rule Nigeria. Speaking in an exclusive interview with the BBC, Ned Nwoko said Peter Obi is a good man and as the youths and people who have been campaigning for him in the last few months. But the Labour Party does not have the requirement structure to rule Nigeria. So right now, he's not just talking about Peter Obi not having structure. He's talking about Labour Party as a whole not having the right structure to rule Nigeria. If Labour Party doesn't have the structure, so what other party has the structure? Is it the same party that has been ruling us for over how long? Is it that party that have the right structure? Let me continue. He said Peter Obi should not have left the People's Democratic Party, which is the PDP, and still wishes Peter Obi could come back to the party. So he's trying to say he wishes Peter Obi comes back to the party, to the PDP party. Ned Nwoko said the population of Nigeria is on the rise and the Labour Party cannot handle the issue of the country. Ned Nwoko praised his party for making their primary election an open one and said Atiku Abubakar is one of the most experienced men to rule Nigeria. Finally, he urged Nigerians not to let tribes or religion influence their votes in the upcoming elections. So he mentioned tribes and religion. That is why I'm going to go straight to what is it called now? Pastor Chris Okotie, who says God has revealed to him that he's going to be the next president of Nigeria. Let's recall that this is not the first time. This is not the first time Pastor Chris Okotie is saying God has revealed to him that he's going to be the next president of Nigeria. Right now, he's actually urging Tinubu, Atiku, and whoever it is to step down for him, as God has revealed to him that is going to be the next president of Nigeria. The founder of Household of God Church, Reverend Chris Okotie, has asked the presidential candidates of the political parties for the 2023 election to step down for him in his bid to take over from the President Major General Muhammadu Buhari. This is as he has urged Buhari to hand over to him as interim president in 2023, noting that he was the right person to right the wrongs in the country. So not only is he telling the presidential aspirant to step down, he's also urging President Muhammadu Buhari to hand over, the president to him next year. Like, I don't even understand if that is actually a thing. If that works, I really do not understand if that's a thing. The cleric made the call on Sunday while addressing journalists at his church, Oregu Ikeja, during the celebration marking his 63rd birthday, explaining the rationale behind his request. Okotie noted that he had proposed to become the interim president because that was the solution for the country's challenge. So he's telling us that he is the solution that Nigeria needs right now. He is the only one that can give us the solution that Nigeria has been looking for all along. According to him, we are a blessed nation with all human and natural resources, yet we are not moving forward. Through my government, everything will be all right. I want to appeal to all presidential candidates to withdraw from the race and allow me to come in as the interim president. I want to implore Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to support my government for the betterment of the country. And I also want to tell Peter Obi that the system that introduced him cannot take him anywhere because he cannot operate in the system we have now. All the presidential candidates should support me to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari as the interim president. We must also rise above tribe and religion because there is an imbalance in the country and we are not practicing federalism instead. What we are practicing is a presidential system of government. Since 1999, things have been declining because the presidential system of government we are practicing has failed us. We must get rid of the national and state assemblies because maintaining each member costs the country billions of naira. Some of the standing committees at both assemblies are not useful to the country. They are only representing themselves, not the people. For the best of the country, both assemblies should be scrapped and the money for maintaining them should be used for something else. What we have in Nigeria today is the government of the party, by the party, and for the party. Ministers and the commissioners should also be expunged because Nigerian democracy has been hijacked by the elite for their interests, and they are deceiving the downtrodden who don't have anything. And the most important of all is our constitution. It should be changed to a people orientated constitution. You know, we'll be talking about constitution for a very long time on this platform. So Pastor Chris Okotie has just mentioned it, that the constitution is not favorable to the common man in the society. It should be changed to a people's orientated constitution, not the military one we have now. After the change, we can then restructure the country for the better. On his plans for the country after becoming the interim president, Pastor Chris Okotie said, if I am made the interim president, our government will be a transparent one, and we will redirect the steps of the youth who are into internet fraud and turn them to better persons in the society and empower them. While a young person with inclination to the technology advancement will ensure financial accountability of government, and each state will have control over their natural resources. Guys, it's a very, very long article, you know. Chris Okotie has come up with a lot of things he is willing to do for the country, how God has, you know, manifested or revealed to him that is going to be the next president of Nigeria, how he's saying that Peter Obi does not have what it takes to be the president of Nigeria. So him now is the person who has what it takes to become the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that God revealed this to him. So my question is now, okay, this morning, I don't know how many people watched my headline news this morning. You know, I made a statement and I said that Father Mbaka, we have some people already protesting on the adoration ground, talking about, oh, the Archbishop who, you know, who dissolved the adoration ground of Father Mbaka. There's an Archbishop who dissolved it, you know. People came and they were protesting, saying that, oh, this Archbishop must go, Onaga must go, Onaga must go. And somebody came, a lady that was actually covering the whole event, a journalist actually came and asked one of the protesters, why is Onaga leaving? What is the reason behind Onaga leaving? And they don't even know they don't even have any reason. So they are just following the crowd. It's so shameful and painful that at this point, we don't even know what is going on in the country. Some people are just there to follow the crowd. They are protesting for something to go, but you don't even know the reason as to why you want this thing to go. It's very pathetic. It's very, very shameful, guys. On that note, that's why I decided for us to talk about the effect of politics in the effect of religion, rather, the effect of religion in our society, in politics, and every role it has to play in our individual lives, in our home, and all of that. So I'm going to go straight to my panelists. But before I do that, I just want to take time out to acknowledge some more people on the comment section, because I see we have some more people on the comment section. I can see Grace Omo. Grace, thank you. Good evening, and thank you for joining us today. I can see June Obaseki. Israel Asamota, thank you so much for joining me today. Naomi Bella, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're doing very well. The finest of them all, Irene Finest, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're doing very well. Patricia, I can see you. Osaze, I see you. I see you guys. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Today's session is going to be amazing. So let's move straight to my panelists.
Please hold on. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate every one of you right there. I would like us to still listen to a little bit of this video here to hear what Peter Obi have to say here.
Okay.
People on YouTube, Voice of the People 90.3 on Facebook. Lots of questions are coming in. A lot of people are asking, you know, about the candidacy of Peter Obi, you know, vis-a-vis the political structures in Nigeria today. They say, this is the first time with Labour Party. In fact, I had Showore here last week, and Showore was saying things like, last election, Labour Party got 5,000 votes. Now, what will change with this time around? What will you say as regards that? And
Let
take, for instance, people like a Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi that said they will not vote for you in Ebonyi State. And people like Fadam Bakar that said because you don't give them money that you can't become president. Anyways, come out to apologize for that.
no. Let me tell you. I don't want to. For me, Father Mbaka is an ordained priest of God, and as a priest, he remains my priest, and I will always respect and show my allegiance to the church. It is.
Okay.
I've been to, in the past, since I left government, I've been to over 200 secondary schools, hospitals, and everything. Sokoto, Nasarawa, Kogi, everywhere, giving schools computer money. That's what it is meant for.
Okay. Talking about schools. School is on strike. ASU is on strike. What would you do to end ASU strike permanently?
I said it earlier. It shouldn't be. Let me tell you. They have agreement with 2009 with government. I never renegated on any agreement. If you must renegade, you negotiate it. If, for example, federal government agreed 2009, that was the same time. I had the same issue, and we negotiated. They came to me and said, "This is the amount we need." In our state university, I said, "No, I can't afford it. This is what I can pay."
All right. Thank you very much, my people. I just wanted to play a little bit of that video. I would like us to move on right now so that our panelists can start to talk to us here. Thank you very much, all those of you watching us and those of you on the comment section. We appreciate every one of you. Kashi, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Naija. What? So we're just going to move straight to the people in the panel section. First of all, I have Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, good evening. Thank you for joining me today. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, good evening, Catherine. How you doing?
I'm
Good
very well, thank
afternoon.
you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've been following the show, if you watched every video we played and every pictures and article we read. So what's your take? What is the effect of religion in our society today?
Well, the effect of our religion in our society, uh, the 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 pastors and the pastors or those that the geo and mommy geos of our religions. Those people out there have messed up the religious setup in that country. They are just like the politicians that are using stuff for their own personal gain. Because none of them is doing Christ right. What they are doing their own pocket life, looting money from the church, trading to live a fulfilled life for themselves, buying private jets, private helicopters, and so on and so forth. It is so sad that these religions people and these pastors they have messed up the godly things. Because when we were growing up back in the days, pastors when you see them, they are very, very holy. You fear them. When they talk to you, you know, the whole thing shakes. You see that anointing in them. So they have lost it. That's why you see a lot of them. They will not go to Babalawo, go to one side to start getting help from all those idols worshippers to get power. So to me, there's no difference between them and the politicians because they are just the same bed of the same feather that flows together. And the one of Mba, Bishop Mba, I look at that man the same way I would look at other pastors. He's a greedy man. He's a self-centered man. A man that will say Peter Obi is stingy, that he doesn't like to share money. What is the what is the consign of the church to money of a sitting governor? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up because they are corrupt. So this is what he has been getting from other governors. So when it comes to Peter Obi turn, he didn't get that. So that is why he's angry, and that is why he's saying all what he have just said to pull that man down. But unfortunately, who God have lifted up already. So no man will put him down. No matter
Okay.
how you're going to run him, it won't give him a tongue up. And
So,
let's go to
Engineer
uh
Ken, what do you say
yeah.
about Ned Nwoko? Ned Nwoko that is talking about, before on this platform, a lot of people is just saying, oh, Peter Obi doesn't have the right structure to rule Nigeria. He doesn't have the structure. So now Ned Nwoko is not just talking about Peter Obi. He's talking about Labour Party as a whole. That Labour Party doesn't have what it takes to rule Nigeria.
My dear, even what my lovely sister said that a frog can rule Nigeria. You don't need two hells to rule Nigeria. You don't need two hells to make this right in Nigeria. If you are a party, what is it talking about? Because Labour Party is not financially buoyant like them who are in PDP or APC. Because they're all corrupt, and these guys, corruption have eaten them to they don't have no heart. The women has no womb that belongs to these parties. What is structured about Labour Party? Fine. Labour Party might not be having members or polling booths or in all councils, in all local governments all over Nigeria. But that doesn't mean that they don't have the structure to rule Nigeria. So when that time comes, it's for Labour Party to put themselves together, raise funds, hire men and women, and send them down to every council, to every local government, in every ward in the country to start working. That's it. That's it. It's as easy as anything. So the structure that these so-called politicians are crying about is the bag of money, the pulling van of money. Ghana must go bag money that Labour Party has not to share. So those are the things that they are crying of. Just like what took place in PDP and APC, I think in Abuja. You can easily tell what happened, how much they shared. Even as of yesterday, when I was hanging out with my friends, they told me that in PDP, that Junior Melaye was the campaign leader for this guy, Atiku, that the dollars that Atiku gave to Dino to share, Dino was putting some fake dollars into the envelope. You'd have to give you $10,000. He might take out 2,000, 3,000 from each and put fake ones in it. And this is from inner concourse that they were so ashamed to cry out. That is what they call party structure. That is how they structure their parties to rule the country. But this one is going to shock them. Peter Obi is no longer a party candidate. Labour is no longer a party. It is not a movement. It is not a movement that is going to shake the whole of Mother's Land, the whole of Africa. It's not a movement. So it's going to surprise them and it's going to shake them. If I were Ned Nwoko, I will sit my ass at home and I will keep quiet
Okay.
because yes,
All right. Thank you very
yeah,
much, Engineer
you are-
Ken. Thank you for that. I'm going to come back to you shortly. We're going to move straight to Mr. Omori. Mr. Omori, good evening. Thank you for joining us today. Please unmute your
oh,
mic and make your
yeah,
contributions.
catchy, catchy.
Yes, Mr. Omori, I can hear you.
No, no,
That's good.
this is Engineer Ken. 1 second, Mr. Mori, good to hear from you. Good to see you, and welcome back to the family. I miss you
Thank you
so
very much.
much.
I miss you too.
Much. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Okay, Mr. Omori, please go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Kachi. Good afternoon, my fellow panelists and our viewers across the globe. And those are the comment sections, especially Mommy Diaspora, Harris Ward, Clarence Bell, and the host of others to made us to mention at this juncture. To go straight to the point, you raised a lot of issues. The first one is one accusation, Mr. B using public fund for family business. The second one I have here is response to Ubaka's utterances by Labour Party, Mr. Obi, candidate Mr. Obi, and Ned Nwoko's comment on lack of structure for Labour and Mr. Obi. And the last one I have here is Chris Okotie. I just want to be fast so that I'll be able to touch on each and every one of them. Did I miss anyone out, Ms. Kachi?
No, 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 no. You didn't miss anyone. You got everything.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me once again. It's a delight to be here. It's always a
Thank you,
delight.
too.
You see, a lot of people are still dwelling in the past. I always tell people, I was discussing with somebody this morning in another forum. I told them that the 2023 presidential election is going to be a watershed. It's going to be a reference point in the Nigerian political development and participation. It will pull a lot of surprises. So a lot of people have not woken up from their slumber. Some people are too used to the old style, to the status quo. PDP, you can't be there, you join them. There's no other party apart from PDP and APC. They will be taken unaware. They will be taken unaware. They are not aware of what is going on. They are surprised to, a lot of them are aware in their corners. I know they are complaining already. They are very, very uncomfortable. The Mr. Obi, Mr. Obi factor is generating a different scenario altogether. That being said, I want to go straight to the accusation of public fund for family business. Actually, corruption, I mean, using a public fund for private business while in public office is a serious form of corruption. Using your public office for due advantage is. The one thing the interviewer refused to, you brought up an issue. He was Mr. B was kept hammering on what kind of business. I'm surprised Rufa was silent. Probably was referring to the Pandora Papers, like the one man was talking about the other day when he came on the show, like studio companies, opening companies in Prosy and all that. But if the one you play here is anything to go by, the interviewer, could not really prove his point beyond reasonable doubt. He kept asking him, "What do you mean by personal business?" The interviewer, Rufai, with all due respect, could not mention anyone. So to me, I think it's nothing to worry about. The guy is equal to the task. He might not be perfect. I'm not perfect. You are not perfect. None of us here is perfect. I'm a Christian. There was accusation in the Bible. People were ready. Oh, wanted to kill her, wanted to stone her. She was caught on the heart. She was caught red-handed. Christ just appeared from nowhere. At the point of trying to stone the lady, like, what was her offense? She was caught in the heart. She's this, she's that. Christ, in his, usual wisdom, said, any of you here that has no sin should cast this first stone. You saw them dropping their stones one after the other. So that is the life we live. There's no perfection in humanity. So, given the caliber of persons around in the presidential race, Obi might not be perfect, but he stands at tall. His credibility has no rival. You can't compare him to Atiku, you can't compare him to Tinubu, you can't compare him to any of them. In terms of corruption, anybody that you want to compare him to is someone who has not been tested with power, but the little way he has done, he has organic followership, he has organic party, he's not ready to play ball with APC and PDP, he doesn't like them and he doesn't hide it. Therefore, that, as for credibility, give it to Obi. So sometimes you try to bring somebody down, you end up promoting the person. That's what Obaka just did. We have been dealing on that issue. I don't want to dwell so much on that. But his response was, powerful, was excellent. You see, Peter Obi is a gentleman. He's a perfect gentleman. If there's anybody that will have the guts to even leave leave PDP, one would least expect Mr. Peter Obi to be the person. I think he has taken, he was with them. He must have studied them over the years. He knew he was in a place where he didn't belong to. I wonder how he was able to stay for such a period, But I know he must have said one or two things to them. They would not listen to him because I've been in such situation too. They say in an unjust society, the best place for the just man is the jail. In any attempt to confront them in their meeting, their coven, I don't want to call it meeting. In their coven, they see you, they give you a personal grantor. They see you as an enemy of what they are doing there. So, and minority will always have their say, but majority will have their way. I don't know what he must have been doing while in PDP. I don't know how he was comfortable staying in PDP, given the caliber of persons, the rotten persons that make up an also evil association called PDP. Having said that, his response to Mbaka was brilliant. He's a gentleman, I'm even saying what we are seeing Obi could be the voice of Esau and the house of Jacob. The house of Esau and the voice of Jacob. If you look at his leaving PDP, he was invited to UK. This is another angle a lot of people are not talking about. Obi is not the radical type, he's not the dogged type that want to fight, But I'm surprised he took the bold step because a lot of them had the impression that without PDP, we go nowhere. That's why I'm not surprised at what Ned Nwoko was spilling there. I sympathize with him. I think he was trying to talk like a politician, like a regular PDP politician or a supporter. They feel Nigeria cannot move on without them. They have forgotten they boasted to rule Nigeria for 60 years. They could not even go beyond the 16 years. So when they say Obi has no structure, he goes nowhere, I laugh at them because they don't know what is before them. What is before them is beyond Obi, is beyond Labour Party. It is the people's power in display, people's power in action. So before they wake up from their slumber, it will be too late. It might be too late for them. Obi going to UK before coming to DK, he was invited. Although when he came back, he was interviewed. Did you go there because of this? Is the UK invitation instrumental to your leaving PDP? He downplayed it as a regular politician. I think he was being diplomatic. I want to say there is a more to his going to UK before coming to the camp. Than meet the ordinary eyes. He must have been encouraged by a lot of people. I think Britain, no matter what they have done to us, they are the people that saw the seed of where we are today. The foundation that is working against Nigeria is the handiwork of Britain. I think they must have been getting tired because things are getting out of hand. They know it's no longer business as usual. So I have no doubt that Peter Obi will pull a lot of surprises. As for the Nedunoko utterances, I've already responded to that. He's just talking like a regular politician. In their corners, in their secret coven, they already G3. You could see the one that leaked from their meeting that day. They are regretting it. They never knew anybody could have the courage to leave them. More people will leave them. The last of Wike, Umahi yesterday that has not been in a good terms with Wike, they met yesterday secretly. A lot of things are going behind the scene. But I just pray they will have the courage to do the needful. Not about them this time around. They have been too selfish about this whole thing. Wike has the courage. They always tell them on this platform, something you have that was supposed to work for you will work to your disadvantage. Depends on how you handle it. In SWOT analysis, we have strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. What's supposed to be a strong point for you could turn out to be a weakness depending on how you utilize it. That is one thing that has worked against Wike. He has the courage, he has the finance, he has the popularity among his supporters, but I think he was going overboard in certain areas. You know, you don't do politics like that. You know, you need people. You in politics, you know, I tried what the weekend is doing. I went into politics like an activist. I left with bruises. You know, there are things you don't do. You can say the truth, but then you say it the way you're able to take people along. You be a bridge builder, not antagonizing everybody.
So,
You
Mr.
antagonize.
Murray, what do you say about Pastor Chris Okotie, who
Yeah,
says every
that is very important. Let me leave Wike alone to have his rest and recover from his bruises and talk on
Mhm.
Okotie. Okotie, I don't know. I think that guy needs some mental examination. Sorry, these are my words, not the words of Naija word. I don't know why people are preparing for demo. This is a democratic process in action. If in a sinner society, that guy needs to be examined, needs to be arrested. We're talking of a democratic process. We're talking of an interim government. Is he trying to take us to the days of Abacha and Abibi? I don't know what he's talking about. His point is illogical, it's absurd, and most unreasonable. I cannot fathom it. You know, I cannot. This is a process in place, like the Otozerebe of this world, like the young man that led the 3 million man march for Abacha, like when 5 political parties came together to crown Abacha like their sole candidate. Okotie is beginning to act like somebody that is. I don't want to use some derogatory words on him as a man of God. I think that he needs some examination. He lacks logic. He lacks reason. He lacks anything that has to do with democracy. We can't be talking of a process. You're talking about a interim national government. It's illogical. I will end it right now so that I'll have other people have an opportunity to make their contribution. Thank you,
All
Kati,
right,
once
thank
again
you.
for having me.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Omori. We're going to move straight to Brown Nice, aka No Food for Lazy Man. Brown Nice. Brown Nice, are you ready for us, please?
Yeah, you are blessed, my sister. That word, aka no food for lazy man. So,
Please go ahead
yeah,
and take
thank you, all the panelists. You guys have spoken well. Mr. Moruji, I greet you. I dey hear your voice.
Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir.
Speaking with passion, yeah. Yeah, so for all these people who you just call their name now only 2 of them I want to speak about. Christo Cotier and which other one again?
Ned
Maybe I
Nwoko.
remember. Ned Nwoko, yes, exactly. First of all, Christo Cotier, that man supposed to be very ashamed of himself. How can you just be in your bedroom, just declare that God have told you that, God have shown you that you will become the next president of the country without working towards it? He does not read his own Bible that he used to read, that faith without work is dead. You did not work towards something. You just want to become a president. You did not come out as an aspirant. You did not come then you will just wake up after when people have come as an aspirant from different party. They have become the leaders of their party. Then now you just come out from nowhere. You said all of them should step down. That man is dreaming. No miracle that can even make that one happen if you don't know. So that man, him himself, he knows that what he's just saying, he's not sure. He's not sure about what he's saying. He's just joking. So that is for that. That man, what is his name? Mr. Unadunwoko. Oh, Unadunwoko, yeah. That man's supposed to be very, very ashamed of himself. Look at the rubbish that he's talking. This is the people who doesn't even have pride. Somebody that married to a minor coming out to tell Nigerians the rubbish. Those are pedophiles. If it's Western world, now he's supposed to be in jail by now.
She's an adult. She's over
No, that
18.
girl was 17 when she married that girl. When he married that girl was 17. He's not 18 yet. You understand? He's supposed to be caught by that period. Then such person will come and tell us what we have to do. That this party don't have structure, the other one don't have structure. Most of all those our people, they are not supposed to be in that place. Because first of all, if it's a country where they used to follow your records, many of them supposed to be disqualified. Many of our politicians. Some of them will go and marry 9 years old child, especially those one from the north. So those kind of people will come to Nigeria and tell us what to do. Oh no, for real, I don't. That country, if I see the kind of people that is ruling us, they are animals.
So, Brian, nice. What impact do you think religion has caused in the society? What impact do you think it has caused? Is it for good? If so, then why do you say so? Is it for bad? If so, why do you say so?
It's not for this kind of thing is not encouraging. You cannot come from nowhere and try to downgrade other people, other aspirants. You don't do such a thing. Because the people that you are speaking for, because they are the major party, they have the money, they have everything. Then you want to bring the other aspirant down. You don't do such a thing. It's very wrong. It's a wrong message. He's trying to now, the people we are trying to convince now, he's trying to shed negative thought into their heart so that those people will go back to those PDP and APC. So that is the reason why Nedunwoko not supposed to say anything, because first of all, him is not in the right position to say such a thing, sir, because he himself, he has a bad record. That's what I'm trying to say. We have already, this movement, just like what this brother said, Mr. Mori, this is a movement now. It's a movie train, and we wish APC and PDP, they cannot stop it. We move. You understand? We are going with Peter Obi and Showore, one of these two. That is our decision. You understand? This is a battle between old and the youngs. The youth and the old folks. Now the battle be this. So now just waiting and want to talk with that. This one is unstoppable. They cannot stop us. We are moving. Thank you, my sister. Later.
Thank you very much, Brian. Nice. Okay, for me, I don't really think it's a battle for the old and the young. I just think it's a battle of us demanding for the right thing, demanding for what actually belongs to us. I mean, if the old people have been able to provide all of these things for us, if they've been able to do all of these things, I don't think there will be any sort of battle or anything just because they've not been able to do these things. So I don't really think for me, it's not the battle of the young and the old. It's just we're demanding accountability. We're demanding transparency.
If you demand, they will give it to you. You have to take it from them by force.
They've not been able to do all of these things. Exactly. They've not been able to do all of these things. So I don't really think it has anything to do with their age. It's just their personality and how they've just feel Nigeria is a private commodity that they can just use at any time they want. So we're just going to go straight to Mr. Godson. Mr. Godson, good evening. Thank you for joining us today. Please unmute your mic and make your contributions.
Hello. Good evening. Thank you for this opportunity to kind of make a little bit of a contribution to discussion this evening. Now, obviously, if I can remember, I wanted to respond to a few things. This P2B, I wanted to address this issue about people are trying to drum up all kinds of allegations. I think the strategy now, which is something I noticed in the past week or so, the strategy now is to use all kinds of information to soil the name of P2B so that they can reduce him to say they want to try find a way to group him with the other politicians. So they will say all the politicians are all the same. Politicians are all the same. Because the oppositions are all the same, it doesn't matter who you actually vote for. So you might as well vote for any one of them. That is strategy. Because when they look at the man's record, if you compare the people that are there, even a man that is dropped from the moon, if you just tell them, you just go through their CVs, a man that has dropped from the moon can choose very clearly the best option among the three of them. So what are they doing? They're looking for ways. And this thing, I think, just like I've been saying since last week, this thing is going to get worse. So people should buckle up. They're going to keep bringing up. I think Mr. Mori was saying last week that don't be surprised they'll go and get a girl that is 13 years old or 14 years old and say that it was to be that impregnated her. They're going to do anything possible. They're going to keep throwing things out there to see
To
what will stick.
discredit him, right?
They'll keep throwing things. They're throwing things at the wall to see what is going to stick on him. Then let us use that thing to bring him down. Because they have to understand that when people are talking about P2B, this is not about P2B. It's about a movement of oppressed people in Nigeria who have a symbol of their movement. That symbol of movement has to be somebody. It cannot be a ghost. Okay? If it's possible for a ghost or somebody else to draw for heaven and be that symbol, that would be different. But it's not possible. The symbol of this movement and the struggle of these people who have been over the years have nobody to fight for them. People who have been suffering, and Nigeria is getting worse and worse every day. Things are getting worse. So these people are wondering, what are we going to do? The way it's going, very soon people will start dying. It's getting to that level because some people are not even able to feed once a day now. So this man, they see this man as a symbol of their movement, and that's what is going on now. Let me try and address this issue of because I listened to the interview where this Sahara, whatever they called about him, while he was in government, he set up a private company. These things are all rubbish. Now, if you go on Arise TV, anybody can go and look for this thing. Go on Arise TV, their YouTube channel. There was an interview P2B gave in October of 2021. That interview was about 55 minutes. People should go and search for it and listen to it. That interview, he also addressed the issue of this for opening an account, because they say he opened an account while he was in government, and because of that, it means that he was committing fraud. I mean, it's just nonsense. What P2B said in that interview was that the UK government, that account he opened was on advice from the UK government. People that know P2B know that he has a lot of businesses in the UK. So I think he said he opened that account based on advice. That the documents are all there. Based on advice from the UK. There's an organization in the UK that advised them at that time to open that account. I don't have all the details now because I listened to that interview a long time ago. But anyone that wants to get updates on why that account was opened, they should go and watch that video. It's in October 2021. It's 55 minutes on Arise TV. Just go to the YouTube channel and you find it there. You can get more information. So let me leave that one to one side. Now, let's go to Chris Okotie. Now, Chris Okotie, people have to understand that people are looking for publicity. What is the easiest way to get publicity now in Nigeria? The easiest way to get publicity now in Nigeria is to find a way to connect yourself to P2B or the politics that's going on. It's cheap publicity. So that thing that he's saying, just like you said when you are talking about what he said, this is not the first time Chris Okotie is saying that God told him now. It's not the first time, and it's not going to be the last time. Okay, some of these so-called pastors, I'm sorry to say, a man who was not able to manage his own marriage, he was not able to manage his marriage. Okay, his wife, I don't know, he had the issue with his wife. If he's not able to manage his own marriage properly, what is that kind of person say he wants to come and do anywhere to manage anything? Let him manage his family first and things around his affairs properly before he can now say he wants to manage Nigeria. So let's forget about those people. They're looking for cheap publicity. Now, Ned Nwoko is very, very similar. I don't know what people expect politicians in PDP and APC to say. How would anybody expect a politician in PDP and APC to say anything positive about P2B or Labour Party? How can they do that? They know what is happening in their very eyes. Zebudai will say in their very before. They are seeing what is happening. And many of them, they're just living, they're living in denial. They know what is happening. But you don't expect them to come out and tell you, oh, this and this. They can't be behind most of them. One thing you must say about P2B, all these people that say all these things about labor movement and all about Labour Party and all that, nobody has any bad word to say about P2B. Is that not surprising? A man that you can hardly find anybody that will say something negative about him. a politician in Nigeria. Most of these politicians, you can always pick, very easy to pick something. You can say, okay, this is what they did. But for this man, it's very difficult. And that's why they are looking for anything they can find somewhere. And most of the people that are saying those things, if you ask them for evidence of what they're saying, they will tell you it was in the news. But they cannot give you any evidence of anything. So they just keep making things up. I'm talking a lot of, I'm sorry to say, but it's all rubbish. I don't even want to comment on all these people. But people should not expect people from other parties to say anything positive. They're all going to be saying they have no structure. I was listening to one YouTube video somebody shared with me yesterday about one of these, there's a church. I don't know where the church is. They had a woman. A woman is their is the general overseer. The man was saying that, as far as she's concerned, P2B doesn't have structure. They have structure. What has their structure benefited Nigeria? That structure that PDP and APC have. What has that structure? How has that structure helped Nigerians? Nigerians are suffering. So that she has told her church that she's telling them now that they are going to waste their votes. She and all of them are going to waste their votes. They are going to go to that party that has no structure. That's where they're going to go and waste their votes because they're tired of giving their vote to people that have structure. They have structure, but they cannot solve Nigerians' problems. They have structure, but Nigeria is getting worse every day. And these parties have structure. So you can see that the structure they have is structure of corruption, structure of looting the resources of the country. That's the structure they have. They have a very good structure about how to manipulate things, about how to embezzle money in billions. They embezzle it, they go and concoct something, they tell you that person is with EFCC. Before you know it, that case will die. We have so many cases. This one 80 billion, this one billion, this one billion. All those people, you don't hear anything about them again. That case is gone.
And we keep wondering why we're suffering in Nigeria.
This is where the structure is. That's the structure. The structure is structure about embezzling government money. That's the structure that APC and PDP have. They have a PhD in that kind of structure. They just know how to embezzle money and destroy the country. So people don't worry about all these things. What people should remain focused. And just like the man was saying, let people go on, because me, I'm not Nigeria anyway, so I cannot say let me go and waste my vote. But if I was in Nigeria, I would happily go and waste my vote. Let them leave us. Let us waste. The people that want to waste their vote, they should waste their vote on the right person. At least if you vote for the right person, if nothing happens, your conscience is clear that you tried. But people should not give up. The thing is that this is just the beginning, and they're going to continue to find ways of trying to make people not to do the right thing. Everybody knows the right thing. Most people know what is happening in Nigeria. It cannot continue, and the same people cannot be trusted to change the country. You can't give the same person that destroyed the country this thing to go. It's not going to happen. All this money they are sharing during their this thing, they have to get it back. If you share this money, if you come back to government, you will get it back, and you will settle people around you. This thing has to stop. So people should not be discouraged. They should just carry on and do what I do and ignore all the noise. As far as I'm concerned, it's noise. All these things they're doing outside, all these people say they call themselves PDP or APC. Nigerians, they need a change. I mean, when I talk to people in Nigeria, all I keep talking about is, please, have you got your PVC? Any person I know, that's all I'm talking about. You don't need to market a good product. P2B is a good product as far as Nigeria is concerned. You don't even need to market it. People are just gravitating to the man because it's a good product. You don't have to market it. And that's the problem. The problem they have is that they themselves have nothing to say. And please, we have to start putting pressure on other politicians like Atiku, like Tinubu, to go and give some interviews. P2B is not the only one that's running for president. Because there's so much pressure on this man. They keep talking. Let them come and give us one interview. But Tinubu and Atiku, they relax. Because as far as they're concerned, it doesn't matter what happens. In their own mind, it's irrelevant whether people like them or not. They don't care. They will find a way to get there. That is how they look at it. They are not trying to convince Nigerians why they are the best person to run the country. They're not interested in convincing Nigerians. They don't care whether you like them or not, whether you think that they don't want to know. As far as in their mind, that's why someone like Fanika Ede will come and tell us that it doesn't matter what people do. As far as it's concerned, Tinubu is going to win by hook or crook. Whether you like it or not, he's going to win. What kind of comment is that? Does that not tell you the people that we are dealing with? Is that not an insult on the intelligence of Nigerians? He said that's an insult. Someone that say it does not matter whether you like it or not, they are going to win. What does that mean? That's what people are fighting against here. So please, all these things is noise. People should ignore them and just forget about them. Let people just stay focused and see if people can get the right result at the end of the day. That's just my little contribution. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, Mr. Godson. That was very intense. Thank you so much for your contributions. So we're going to move straight to Mr. Jimo. Mr. Jimo, good evening. Thank you for joining us today. Please unmute your mic and make your contributions.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Thank you so much. Good evening, my fellow panelists and people in the comment section. When I saw the topic today, I felt I should jump in because it's something interesting. I think we are here to learn from each other. We are not here for insults or quarrel, but to at least learn from each other. Let me start by saying that Pastor Okotie's is not an issue for me, so I don't really want to go into that. It's a waste of time. Let us go into the political arena. I'm here actually today to sing a song of praise for Mr. Peter Obi for his diplomacy, intelligence, and political consciousness. You know, I'm a progressive human being. I must not be in a party to support somebody. And I like to say it the way it is, even if I'm not being loved, or the way I feel, my opinion. You see, this is what I've been saying from day one, that you don't insult people you don't insult voters to get their votes. Naija Watch started from the scratch. If you look at what is written on the platform, it says, please subscribe. Please subscribe to our platforms. It's an appeal. That is how you win voters, not by shouting on them, or if they don't say something that didn't match you. One day is Showore, the other day is Fatah Bakar, today is Nedwoko. Every one of these people have their right and how they think. They could not be right. Now, if we can, at least begin to preach the gospel to those who are actually supporting Peter Obi, to please follow Peter Obi's footsteps. You will win more voters. That I can assure. Because those who didn't agree with you today might agree with you before 8 months' time. Because one day in politics is so long. It's so long. Now, let me go to the issue of Nedwoko. To me, he is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. When we are talking about structure, it's not Peter Obi. Mind you, we don't have independent candidacy. So it can't be Peter Obi when people are saying you have no structure. They are talking about the political party. In Nigeria, we have 774 local governments. The INEC have created another 56,872 polling units. Altogether is 176,974 polling units today. Now, what are the structures? You should be able to get people to fill in these 166,000 in the first place with agents, not one. So when you are filling agents of 176,900 and something, you will need about 5 times for each unit, times the 176. Those are the kind of structures we are talking about. Now, how are you able to do this? For example, I'm from Ward 4, Bobaha. I don't know where Labour Party office is in my ward. I don't know. Now, they have another 8 months now because 4 months ago, they never knew that Peter Obi will come to Labour. So they were not even preparing as such. Now they will need to prepare now, and they have about 8 months to do this. The kind of agents they will get, how loyal are they? How good are these agents so that other party will not be cheating them? How good or loyal are these agents so that they will be able to withstand inducements? Now, it is easier for a party who has governors to be able to get these people around the polling units. It is easier for a party with senators, House of Rep, councillors, to be able to get these people into the various polling units. Because the reason why they break it down to units is because you live in that area. You all know yourselves in that unit. So in most cases, political parties go to a different area and bring other people to come and vote. To get what do you call it, voters card, sometimes it's not difficult for these polling for these political parties. When you have agents who are really in that unit, they can identify and say, look, you don't vote here. It happens in most cases. So those are the kind of structures that Nediwoko is talking about. He doesn't have time to break it. So there will be no need for us to say the man, to say all kind of words about the man. The man is just having one vote. He's talking about his choice. I don't know him. Then the issue of campaign, that other people are not saying what they will do. Campaign have not started. Every political party or candidate will be given the opportunity once the campaign starts. The reason why other candidates are quiet is that right now, Labour are thinking of how to build these structures we are talking about, while other people, other political parties that already have the structure, are already 2 steps ahead. They are planning other things. It doesn't mean they are quiet. So when it gets to that time of the campaign, all of them will come out. They will now tell us what they can do. Then Nigerians will make their choice. To go and get PVC is a right step in the right direction. A right step in fact, we are not even quick enough. Nigerians should take registration as importance, because even if INEC we register till January next year, you will still see Nigerians that will say, oh, I still have time. They will not even go on the last day and go to queue up. We should do things at the right time. So that is, I'm sorry, I've just tried to analyze it my own way. There is nobody that has a monopoly of knowledge. This is just my personal view. Thank you.
That's fine. That's fine, Mr. Jimo. Thank you very much for your contributions. Like I said, Naija World Platform is for everybody. We all come here to make our contributions, irrespective of your own views towards any issue that we're talking about. Because I can see some people on the platform saying, oh, Naija World belongs to one particular tribe. No, not at all. Naija Watch is a platform for everybody to come and air their views. We are here to learn. We are here to talk about everything that is happening in our society. We have a lot of people watching us on a daily basis. People are learning. People are getting educated with Naija Watch platform. So please, I hope that has been able to clarify whatever doubts you have or whatever you were thinking before. That being said, let's move straight to Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, good evening. Thank you for joining us today. Please make your contributions. Mr. Machiavelli, are you ready for us, please?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ms. Kachi. Good evening, my fellow panelists. And good evening to all the people listening or commenting from the comment section. And good evening to all concerned citizens around the globe. Let me just quickly put one thing clear here. A lot of us, we might not understand what we're doing here. Please let us try to listen first before we make judgments. And a lot of us does not understand the word freedom. I think that is where the problem is, because the whole system has, pushed us too much that anything that is being said here, we always try to we don't try to understand, we just jump into it. Here, Everybody comes here to air their view. We don't use insult. I've never insulted anyone. And please listen to whatever they say and try to digest it. If there's any way you can counter, use it to ask questions. That is where you can get. You can never, in a democratic way, there is always room for what is called dialogue. There is no democracy without dialogue. If you want to play politics in a place of hatred, you will never achieve anything. Like I said, this is not about Obi. This is about a fundamental right of every citizen in Nigeria, irrespective of your tribe or your belief. This is the thing. If somebody is speaking on the platform, that person has a knowledge. Listen to it. If there's anything you want to take from it, you can take from there. Is there anything you don't agree with, use it to ask that person question. Because in politics, it's about strategy. Everybody's putting their strategy. It's how you win people's mind. It's what matters. So for me, my contribution today, I don't believe on these big parties, on those big parties. I don't believe in it. I believe on if you can sell your vote, that's fine for you. The structure we are talking about here, structure is made by the people, but it's how strategic you are. That is how you can form your structure. Now, let us leave that aside. Let me go to the two people that spoke. Is it the Reverend? No, not Reverend Father. I don't want to talk about that one. I want to talk about Chris Okotie. Chris Okotie, everybody know him. He came out some time ago to be a presidential aspirant. He never got anywhere. Do you understand? And now he came out again saying that everybody should step down for him. God has called him. But Oga, God did not call you when coronavirus came out. You were the one using the face mask. You see, these people that want relevance because what God has given to someone else. Because Paul cannot be Peter and Peter cannot be Paul. Your destination might be different from someone else's destination. And when they see this light coming out, that is when you see these GOs coming out and say, yes, I've seen this. My friend, keep it. When coronavirus came, it caught you guys unaware. And still, you have not prophesied and say this is the right direction we are going to. You are always very keen when it comes to money things. This is how we were destroyed mentally. This is how we were destroyed. The way, in fact, every resources is how we have. These people contribute to the destruction. They've never made the Nigerians under them to understand what their next step will be. It's always about when problem, don't worry, come and do this one. You are always wanting something that benefits you, not the one that benefits the Nigerian. What made you think you are the one that God will now say in the whole you in the whole 22 million? He just said it's you. So any other person that is doing it, you never say, let us Nigerian pray if he can get there. No. David was not the most superior person in the whole land of Israelites. But it is the what powers he possessed that God enriched him with to defeat Goliath. And everybody queue on him. That is what this BGO is supposed to be doing. And energizing the youth or sensitizing them and said, what I cannot do, if Peter does it, let us go, provided we get a result. We don't do that. We are always using it to find our way to get money or get relevance or anything. I don't understand. Like I said here, this is not about Obi, this is about us. So we should always try to see others as brothers. We don't hate you. I don't hate you. You don't need to hate me. If you hate me, that is your cup of tea. Because my own is to make sure that the citizens get back their right. Eat. Because every of you that are calling him, singing differently, you are living in different countries. And you are enjoying the dividends of democracy you never fought for. You never fought it. You came to every country you live. You understand there was a system, you follow that system, and that is why some of you became citizens of that country today. And these people never use this thing to tie you or to take back your right. They still give you what a citizen of their own original citizen gets, and they give it to you. So why can't we now channel this energy to transform what has been taken from us? And some of our brothers who came through the Mediterranean Sea, I'm sorry to use this, if you are still trying to take us back to Egypt, then you don't understand where you came from. You went through a high sea. There was no road. It was a no going back. We need to wake up here. What made you go through the high sea? It's because of the hardship. What is happening there? Because as the Benin will say, Emi no logo or sitaleme. I'm not going to be talking about, but I'm going to talk to we Nigerians. We are all shouting here. How many resources are we placing on ground to make sure that this course, we change it? I gave you one example today when I came on air in the morning. What happened in Gambia? Go and check it. Nobody was as powerful as Yaya Jammeh. Nobody. He will say it boldly. He will do it. He will deliver. You dare not speak to Yaya Jammeh when you are. You dare not. You will disappear. But when the people from diaspora, the Gambians in diaspora said, Oga, you must go. It was a must. They were not just saying it because on social media, they were not saying it. They were placing resources on ground. How many of us have done that? That's why I said, I am not here to say Obi. The reason why they are accusing that there is no structure, do you know what makes a structure? It is you and how you strategize. It is you and how you strategize things. What made the Gambians to achieve their freedom today from Yaya Jammeh? And they said, do you know where they sent him to exile? The same Nigeria went to negotiate. They said they are not afraid. He said he was not afraid of anyone. When Nigeria sent their jet to just hovering around his presidential palace in Banjul, Oga ran out of the house to call and say, I am giving up. And he was sent to Equatorial Guinea. Go and check it today. These people claim back their right. Nigerians, 220 something millions. Gambia that is not even up to a stream, took back their right. A whole giant of Africa, and they are still dictating for you. And we all are saying, it's not about Obi. Stop using that word. Obi was just giving the key to go and open the door. Follow him. Why following him? You saw what he said just now. You guys are not understanding the frame. If there's something that they said, Obi, you cannot do this, he will tell you, pray, please pray for me. Do you know why? Because he's telling you, give me the guidance. That is what he's telling you. Most of us just listen to what he's saying, but we are not actually putting it to ourselves. What is this guy telling us? He's telling you, give me the guidance. If you think I cannot do it, Oga, Pastor, you pray for me. That is what it is. And this structure that these people keep using is because you don't know how to strategize. You see this one, no. In every nonsense, there is a sense. Let these people come to you and talk to you. Say, you know, it does not have it. It does. Okay, how do we have it? It's a dialogue. In that dialogue, you are going to get a sense how you can lobby and get where to the promised land. Politics is not by fighting. Don't hate anyone. Don't tell nobody to hate anyone. I'm telling you, you are all brothers and sisters. It is the politics that they play, the strategy. That is what they use in enveloping you with hatred so that they can always place their own agenda forward. So what do? Pretend to be brothers with them. Enjoy what they are saying to you. Also use what they are saying to galvanize your own support. They are all scattered around the globe. Their strategy is scattered. I'm telling you now, what you are hearing from Obi now, this is just small. By the time it goes to September or October, you are going to see piles of allegations like that. Don't be interested in that. Your movement should be your movement. Your strategy should be your strategy. All this one call you Umbaka coming, this one come. It's all way to change your mindset. You are, instead of you, hey, why are you talking to me like that? Are you? Don't use that word. You cannot get the truth.
Mr. Machiavelli.
Yes.
Okay, I can't help but notice this particular guy that has been commenting vigorously on the comment section, Mr. A.Y. Noble. Yes, he just asked a question, and I want to throw that question to you.
Okay.
He said, Speaker is referring to you now.
Okay.
Can you engage thugs at the polling booths during election? If not, then your vote doesn't count.
Okay. The point is that, you know, when you hold your ground, irrespective of the talks you are going to bring. I once asked when I was at home, my father said to me, son, you are walking in the bridge, and this bridge is that is the only place you can go through. On your right hand side, there is a high sea. On your left hand side, there is a high sea. And on that bridge you are going to go through is full of snakes. What are you going to do? I didn't know what to say. I said, I don't know. I don't know how to swim. But what do you think? I said, my son, you have to face the reality. When I begin to, he said, just continue to go through the snakes, because when they see you coming, they will also be moving away from you, because the boldness you have to confront them. Don't fight. There's a way you confront people and say, you stand your ground. You can kill us, but you can never take our freedom from us. People were killed in South Africa. They were they were shot at. Go and watch it. But they were determined to say, we must take back our freedom. And that is what it is. That is why I always tell you, when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. You need to push that resistance to them. How do you do it? You start putting down your resources, reaching to different people. Get your phone calls and call your brothers and sisters around the globe, both home and abroad. Continue preaching, sending messages. Don't get tired, because this is the structure you are building. Engage them. Don't fight them. Talk to them. Let them see you being resistant to them until you become friends. Then you can change their mindset as well. Because when they see you being violent, that is what they are going to use in capturing you. My brothers and sisters, I love you all. Let us work for freedom. Let us not engage in violence. Obi, have you heard Obi insulting anybody? No, he's using a dialogue way. And I love that. And I'll continue preaching that. My brothers and sisters, it is no turning back. Get your PVC, call your brothers and sisters, call your different vote. They are going to tell you that you don't have any polling station, there's no labor, this one. Don't worry. Just do what we are saying now. Continue to talk to your brothers and sisters, saying to them, you want to envelop yourself with another suffering for 8 years? The answer is yours. If not, do what is right. You are going to see things, mobilization will start. Do your own, let them be doing their own. As I'm talking to you now, they all have their campaigns scattered around the world, working tirelessly to make sure that they change your plan. If they said the social media was not good, now listen to this. Why are they running after you on the social media? So you see that you already have a structure ahead of them. 5 years ago, you were not having this structure. So build on that structure. Use that same social media to counter them. And while you are countering them, begin to place your resources. I'll leave that for now. Thank you very much, and may God bless you all.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli. God bless you too. We're going to move straight to Mr. Bobby. Mr. Bobby, good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Please unmute your mic and make your contributions.
Okay, good evening, guys. I hope everybody hear me.
Yes, we're hearing you, Mr. Bobby. Please, where are you calling? Where are you joining us from today?
Okay, I'm joining you guys from Milan.
From
Italy.
Milan.
Italy, say.
Oh, thank you very much for joining us today. Please go ahead and make your
Okay,
contributions.
I greet everybody when they this panel, and I greet the people in the comment section where I greet everybody, because we all now one struggle, now want something that we all now we want for that country, make better, make life for day easy for everybody. Nobody will not get person for Nigeria, and nobody will be say no go want go Nigeria back. Even if you travel out, you want come back to a country where they not go kidnap you. You go want come back to a country where you fit sleep for nights well with lights. You go see food, you go buy food like cheaper rates. Not be say you go buy something for high prices. You understand? You go they work out for street, you go day free. You know they look your back and you know they look your phone, say may they not go collect your waiting day with you or snatch your car from you. One thing when I see for this for our nation now, they use tribalism and religion, they separate us. And that thing don't eat deep, not be small thing. Yesterday, I was in with one of my friends like that. So we were talking. So he was just saying, I don't want to mention tribe or stuff like that. He was just saying that I support this person. Like this person now want me win. That's okay. What are they? Well, like why you want me that person win? He said, "And because I'm my tribe." I said, but really, look at that person what I say, you know, cause I'm even though say enter there, he die for 2 years. I just want to make my person enter there. I said, but you have people at home. He said, yes. Who they take care of them? He said, nah, him. I said, but you do send money every month. He said, yes. I said, but why it be say you just want to make that country remain like that? Those people know they only use like they sleep, and even to buy food na problem. Work no day. You will go school for many years. You will graduate. You will go to sell gala for market. You go graduate. You go to find. You go to employ yourself. You go to find you want to survive. Yeah, where I come, where I dey so, I see how life be for here. If you not come out of that country, you're not gonna see those politicians they use us, they make me. If it get to their maybe the thing get worse, they go travel. Most of them get dual citizenship. They get their children, no of their children did that country. Most of their children they UK or they Sweden or they other countries. They enjoy the benefit of life. Why be say people they will be say they don't even know when the next meal they come from. They don't even know when some even 2 months, 3 months, they never see lights. 1200 no fuel. Even if you want to see for a buy, you go buy in a higher rate. Things they get worse every day. The country just they go bad. And some
West
people
Catholic,
just
they don't even dey now like this, sef.
as in the thing, as in sometimes I just wonder people when they do all these things, one not they eat food for na belly. At least some of now whenever they campaign for those old people, so when I don't travel out, when I don't see civilization, when I don't see how things be. Well, when I see they allow those people, they see they manipulate so now, and when I see they campaign for them. I was very embarrassed yesterday when that one they tell me say now because now my tribe. This is beyond tribe. This is our, as in this one, I fight what we fight for our generation here to unborn. We get children when we will, as in children when we born, may they grow up, see that kind of country like that. Just imagine that country as it be now. 5 years, go join that kind of one. How you go be? You don't go ever feel waka for street, they go thief your slippers. Those children when they out of school today, tomorrow many go be robbers, some go be kidnappers, and the thing will be getting worse and worse. Imagine 16 years, 15 years, 14 years, they look for money for streets. If you not get missed to get illegal, you go do waiting bad to take get time. When they grow, they come. Now school that they talk say, okay, you need to go to school to be so person. But nowadays, before you see 15 years, 14 years, when you want to go to school, they hard. Nobody want to work. Everybody want to get fast money. Because people where they see the way that they imitate them, they okay. Because now there's nobody care. Everybody just care about waiting go enter a pocket, waiting go chop today, waiting go get today. How much be 5,000 when they go tell you say go inside polling unit votes, video with your phone, come out, call show us if now our candidate you vote for. You go really do one. You come out, go collect 5,000, you'll be happy they go as. How long 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 will take you? That one then you take up after that. Next 2 days, 3 days, you still there. We ask where we say no lights, you never get anything where we say you feel say okay, how far I don't achieve. And some people just they will say that they happy just because say the person now they are tribe person. Some they happy because say na Christian or na Muslim. This will not be about those things again. We need to just please make we look ourselves, check am say now so we want make this Nigeria just they go like that. Because this thing they sink, not be here. There will be a time if we not take care. We wait there, so we be the youths. We go 20 years from now. Those people who they campaign for, so many of them not there here again. Now we go there. 30 years from now, many of them we did there, so not go there again. Many don't go beyond. They go leave the country where they don't spoil, where they don't corrupt, don't live on for us. And the fact, the most disturbing part is just that these people, they groom other younger ones when they come. They groom them. They enter the way where they think they do something so that they think will be culture. This thing don't eat deep, and it's very deep. Now God and our conscience then go fit make us realize say we dey make big mistake when be say go eat us up tomorrow. How you go dey compare for person wey be say no go finish 20 years or 30 years from now? May it lead you to where? To where? And you still get mad, they talk, say, now because now my tribe, or now because say we dey go to the same church or waiting. Waiting they solve. Make we just get up, more fight for our future. See Ghana today. Before now, we they say Ghana must go. Now, Ghana they tell Nigeria must go. We know they shame. Outside now, even Nigerians, you don't feel say you be Nigerian. They don't see us finish for our side. We never get shame again. So they, even people, if you say you be Nigerian, say normal, that's not normal. And so they be. What did they happen, the youths? You see youth where go they post a great grandfather may ruler. As in you yourself, you don't go reason your life. You don't go reason the children, your children life. If God forbid say anything happen to that person, you will be that youth now. Anything happen to your children, which people aren't you live there for? May they suffer the suffer, will you they suffer? I've been at the 100 or 500 or 200,000 they will give you today. And you want to train your children, finish for university and everything. Okay, we don't see somebody now because God no go come down for heaven, go help us. Somebody don't volunteer to come out now. And he ever get better track record. People not still they care. How many politicians will come out for Nigeria and tell you say go and verify? How many politicians will tell you say he rule for God as he do governor, he not borrow money? This don't open up everything for now. They never see anything to tie the man up. Now they want they bring things from left and right. I wish that man really say those things where they talking not do but for the whole land down. I know Nigeria. People they way they day and night where they young now youth now they do all these things. So they dig and they find waiting that man don't do wrong, but they take pina. Now youth they do not be old people. All those old people, they are analog people. They don't know most things about computer, most of them. But now youth, they say they use to do all these things. Now we youth, now they run all those things for those old men. Because they don't know more things for this computer or stuff like that. But now we, the youth, now they do it for them. How much did they pay you? Because of peanuts, you want to sell people future, your future. Imagine the killings, imagine people. You know, say if something not happen to us, we'll be Nigerians directly, it not affect us, we know they care. Now, when the thing go, they enter from us to us. Now that time, I will see say many go care. You want people person maybe say they do medical check-up for our side. Person will not even well finished. Okay, may all of them bring their health this thing come out reports. You will see say many of them their sickness not be here. Buhari doing you con now treatment he use or they do for London, and we want to get other people come because we go see continue from Buhari. This one a calamity. We just have to unite. They separate us, and we ourselves we not know. We just by ourselves the four puts. So that's just my contribution. For me, I just want to let you guys know everybody will be the same, will be one. We don't need to fight. Now the same struggle with day. If Nigeria better for me and you today, everybody go love to go as everybody go want start business. Not be everybody like today Europe. Europe now depression with now they keep person. Depression, people where they Europe we be say both Europe, America, where depression they worry now out of 100 now 85%. Everybody love Nigeria, everybody want to go back, but which house you want to go? So that's my own take. I just make I greet everybody. I still put my own suggestion. Which is still good,
Thank
may we
you.
still follow. Yeah. So
Thank
that's
you,
it. So
Mr. Bob.
thank guys. Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Mr. Bobby. You've made a very, very nice contributions, and I believe everybody, our viewers, everybody is listening to you. Thank you so much for that contribution. So we're going to move straight to Mr. Tiobala. Mr. Tiobala, good evening, and thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Madam Kachi. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. And
Yeah,
you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much. I really want to commend everyone who have contributed so far. The people, the comment section, the listener, and Nigeria across the group. I really appreciate you, especially the last caller. I really, your analysis is quite good. Thank you so much. First of all, yeah, there are many things we are really going to discuss about. But first of all, I really don't want to spend much time on the issue of um, that pastor who said he want to be the interim government or whatever, and other ones, because all those ones they are just distraction. So the most important thing I want to really let people to be aware of, I want to make reference to Ekiti election. I said it before, and someone else when we were discussing yesterday also make reference to it, which we need to be really take into consideration. That even in Ekiti, go and check the results. How many people voted in Ekiti yesterday, or day for yesterday? Out of 1 million voter be or so, only about 300 or 400 people that came out to vote. That showed that the remaining 60%, or let me just say about 30%, the remaining 60% or 60 something, are not even happy with the situation. So those are the people I believe Peter Obi is tapping into. I believe Peter Obi is really tapping into. They are really waiting to see this nation change. Somebody said here that what Peter Obi don't have, maybe Labour Party to be precise, don't have structure there. Yes, it's true. They don't have a ward chairman there. Yeah, it's true. For instance, in my own locality now, there is no Labour Party. There is no Labour chairman there, wherever. But I must categorically tell you, with the feedback, all the people, because I'm on their Facebook chats, I talk with people on ground every day. Every day. All 98% of the people from that community, both old and young, are rooting for Peter Obi. But there is no Labour structure there. Not even a ward chairman. But the whole youth, elderly, young, as in, it was only one person among all the pool we've pulled out so far of people living there, both home and abroad, that was even trying to object. But recently now is beginning to shift ground. What am I trying to bring up in essence is that people telling or coming on air telling you that there's no structure anywhere on ground, this and that. Man, dear, yes, you are true, but the people are there. They know what they want. And with the issue of a thug and all that, who are the people doing the thugging? Are they not tired of the situation? They are tired. These are just few people, and they will be resisted. So
Apparently, they are not tired because it played out in the Ekiti
no,
gubernatorial election.
yes. See, what you should understand about that Ekiti, I keep on saying it here. I was on ground where people were collecting money during Obaseki election. Are they being they came out maybe with their this thing? Don't be surprised. Those people now will still go and vote their caution. But I'm not in support of that. Are you getting it? Yes, they might be collecting those money. Yes, they will still go and vote who they want to vote for. They are tired, seriously. Forget. Yes, they are online everywhere. Maybe people call them. It's just a governorship or whatever. Definitely, who is going to win a Ekiti election before the normal day? So that does it. So we should not use that one to judge. And the most important thing, if you really listen to Peter Obi interview, before yesterday, before that interview was granted, there were so many people who were not even convinced with Peter Obi candidacy. That yesterday alone have drawn a lot of millions again into the crowd. So every day, by the people are gravitating into that force. People are gravitating to that force. Nigerian youth is not just a bad structure. Okay, fine. I saw a video yesterday, video and pictures all over the social media where people from all this are holding world meeting for Labour Party. These are youths, old men and women coming out. So it's something I myself have spoken with a lot of people. On a normal day, you expect to go and carry my phone, call my sister, mother, whatever, to go and get PVC for what? So we are using based on the traditional way of AP. Imagine APC and PDP. Will just be okay, anyone can go. Then you have to be start campaigning. What people are doing right now would have cost PDP or APC like billions of naira to do. But people are doing it for free. Okay, like now, maybe I'm sending somebody money to go and get PVC. Or my sister, if you have not got PVC, I will not send you money, all this kind of stuff. Would you expect to go and do it because it's APC or PDP? No. We want Nigeria back. The situation people are facing in the country now is nothing else to write home about. So, my dear brothers and sisters, the issue of structure or whatever is not in contention at all. And besides, the Labour Party are not sleeping. I don't make an analysis just now. We have over 80 million Nigerians registered voters. Maybe if it should be more now, you know. And out of that 80 million Nigerians who have that registered PVC or whatever, only 30 million Nigeria came out to vote last election. Where are the remaining 50 million people? They are tired. Those people will be the one that will vote, that will come out now. Look at what just happened, the surge of PVC registration. You know, these are people, they are tired of the system. See, it will not be as business as usual. I'm telling you the truth. It will not be as business as usual. Okay, I know somebody in my own community. He's a chieftain of PDP. Very big politician. All the children of that man are supporting Labour. But their father is a big chieftain. So even definitely they are. See, I love Edo State. Let me start from there. They are not casual based on my father is a politician or my mother is. Everybody have their opinion. Once they see this person is doing the right thing, they will gravitate. We are not just people we can push up and down. Even as we speak right now, people from Ogun State, Osun State, Lagos, everywhere, they want the system change. And besides, I really thank God for the situation we find ourselves today. If
All
we
right,
fail to
thank
get
you.
it wrong now, get it right, man, it will not be easy.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate every one of you for your wonderful comments and contributions right there. Before we go ahead, because we're talking about structure, like my brother who just finished talking right now, Peter Obi also mentioned it yesterday over his structure because the question was thrown to him and he responded uh, perfectly. So I'm going to play that soon. But I wanted to say first, anyone on this platform watching us right now as spectators, or anyone following Naija Watch, if you can get us a jingle that we can use to promote Peter Obi more than what we are currently doing, we don't mind. Please help us on that and send it to our WhatsApp number, our official WhatsApp number, which I'm going to put on the screen right now. You know, if you can get us a jingle, that would be perfect. You know, so that we can. That's our official WhatsApp number right there on the screen. Anybody at all. You know, we all need to work together to make this happen. You know, we are already doing our own part. We want others to do their own part as well. You know, a jingle that you can send to us, we can be displaying all the time. Whenever we are going on live, we display it in the middle of our broadcast. We display it at the end of the broadcast. We display it continuously. All right. My brother, as my brother just talked, you know, that was a perfect distribution right there. But I would like us to listen to what Mr. Obi have to say on this particular structure that we are talking about.
Some people have structure and they likes. That you don't have structure, that you just have a lot of people, a bunch of people that love you so much on Twitter and the likes. What are you doing as regards that?
I have structure.
What's the structure?
That's why I'm mobilizing all Nigerians. Those people who are being paid money to vote are only doing one thing. They're committing suicide. For me, the structure I have today is we have 170 million naira living in poverty. The structure is whether do you want to continue living in poverty or do you want to save your life? The structure is those unemployed youths that are being arrested every day, even for owning a laptop, when other countries are giving their people laptop. Do you want to continue in this circumstance? Those people who are being owed pension and gratuity and are coming every 4 years to give you 10,000, 5,000, do you want to continue like that? Or do you want your gratuity and pension paid as and when due? the lecturers who are not paid, the students who are not in school. It is for them to decide. You are talking about what I did. You heard somebody saying that the only university that is not shut down today is Anambra State University because of what P2B did. That's what they were going to do. They have a school. It's an abomination in a country that did not meet up to a quarter of high school intake to shut it down for months.
Okay. I mean, a lot of questions are coming in, and please, you can say.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. I just wanted to use that to support what my brother contributed earlier on. Like I said before, I want to pick up 5 calls from here because a lot of people trying to call me. Please call that number right now if you have something to contribute. You only have 1 minute to talk to us. But I can see more people were calling me. Go ahead now. I'm waiting for your call. Before we receive the first call, if anybody can help us with a jingle that we can be displayed here continuously, please send it to the WhatsApp number on the screen. I see more people are saying, why is it only Peter Obi we are talking about? I'm sorry, Showore was my first choice, but at the moment, Peter Obi is pulling more crowd. So if, for example, I have a choice, I would prefer Showore to become president or Peter Obi, but anything to do with PDP or APC is what I'm against. So don't think that I love Peter Obi more than Showore or I love Showore more than Peter Obi. As long as none of them is from PDP and APC, that's fine. If Peter Obi was to still be on PDP, you're not going to hear me talk about him on this platform. That's just it. All right. So I want everyone to understand that we are fighting for our future here. Please, let's fight together. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Your name and where you are calling us from. Please, you have only 1 minute. Turn down your system and tell us where you are calling us from and your name.
Okay, my name is John. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas.
Thank you, Mr. John. Please talk to us. You have 1 minute. Go straight to the point, sir.
Okay, I just want to appreciate you guys on what you're doing, and you're doing a great job. And then,
thank you, sir.
Actually, I'm looking at a platform whereby we the diasporian can at least make it possible for us to start contributing money so that it will go a long way to help. But we know that, they're talking about the structures are the people, but offices and opening offices where people will identify that this is Labour Party office is very important. For example, I come from the east. I come from Lewi South, and I appreciate a situation whereby, okay, I'll be one of the contributors that can even open an office of the Labour Party in that area. So that's okay. My suggestion. If we can deliberate on that issue too, I will like it.
Yeah, sure. We are working so hard to bring some of the campaign managers, or rather Peter Obi himself, to this platform. So once we can get any of them here, they can give us instruction to go ahead with any kind of fundraising. But at the moment, I cannot do it without their permission.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Once again, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right. So, like I said before, let's pick another call. Hello.
I am here since the program started.
Who is speaking, please?
Please go ahead, Mr. Naija Watch.
I am here since program start, but nobody have called me.
What's your name?
Mr. Lucky Ralph. That's because it has not gotten to your turn. You keep coming and leaving. You keep coming and leaving every time. I've accepted you like up to 7 times, so it has not gotten to your turn. Please exercise a little bit of patience.
You and if right.
I'm also here. I'm also here. Nobody has picked me.
You're right.
Comrade Chidi, you're the next person, Comrade Chidi. So just be patient. Let Mr. Naija pick the calls.
All right. Because of that, Kashi, I'll leave you for now to deal with all of them. So I'll come back again to pick more calls. Thank you.
All right, that's fine, Mr. Naija Watch. So the next person I have here is straight up to Comrade Chidi. Comrade Chidi, please go ahead and make your contributions.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. Again, I stand by all existing protocol, and I say greetings to you all once more.
Um, Let me again reiterate what I had earlier been saying, that the reality facing us today has gone beyond rhetorical presentation. It's unfortunate what is happening today, but I mean, that is just the current reality of things. But what I see going on is just a wave of revolution, something that has not been seen before. And like someone said, that you can never notice the beautifulness of your housemate until your wife go on top. I believe this is an opportunity for us to make the right decision that will go a long way to salvage us from all incarcerations. It will not all go well with Nigeria if they miss this one-time opportunity. And I'm not speaking out of emotion. I am being very, very vehement and pragmatic with my postulations. This is because I have observed with keen interest, and I have laid all parameters, and that is what I'm leveraging on to, uh, uh, decide on what I'm saying now. And again, I understand some persons are pushed. There's a lot of conjectures that are being pushed forward to the front burner. And some persons are scared because they say, okay, how are we going to go about it? We already know. See, this is just between we and them. For instance, I can paint a picture. I've been privileged to lead a struggle. I've been in the forefront championing for the emancipation of Nigerian students. I was once mobilization officer, Zone D, NANS, National Association of Nigerian Students. I know what it takes. Before you decide, go to that point to say, okay, it is time for me to liberate myself. I have to be very, very honest with you. A lot of things has to be on ground. You have to be ready to make that sacrifice. And I'm sorry to say, you may ever end up throwing you into, you might be exterminated. You might be thrown into extinction. But those are the sacrifices that comes with it. But at the end of the day, it is better to live fighting the oppressors than living and dining with them. I believe to die for something than living for nothing. So the choice is ours. I don't believe sitting there and say, hey, because they will mobilize them, they will give them arms and ammunition and what have you. Anybody who is just pushing another projection, other than what I'm telling you, might as well be deceiving himself. I know some person will also say, I've heard people say that a man who volunteered his head or who sacrificed his head to the breaking of a colonel might end up not participating in the eating of that same colonel. I know it comes with a lot of conjecture, but the truth be told, you have to make some sacrifice. People will have to die. Some will live. Those who die are doing so to just, to give room for others. Because I don't mind doing anything to make sure that my children, my unborn generation, I wouldn't allow them to be passing through distress. It would have been even easy or even more decent to, discuss if people who are just coming on board, let's put them on a scale. How can an article, for instance, give you good governance? This is a man I heard is the highest importer of generator. How can he give you light? Let's begin to process it from that ideological concept. How can a Tinubu give you security? This is a man that moves with thoughts. I don't understand. I can go on and on. And I'm just sick and tired of hearing these old recycle leaders. I don't understand. And this is a man who is just pushing like me. I try to avoid being pushed by emotion. I took my time, I went into deep diving, and I was able to unravel decent contributions Obi had made. You know, sometimes to be a man is not by complexity, but by simplicity. He has put, and again, people are saying structure. He barely joined Labour Party. He just a face. He just a figure. Obi is not actually, Obi is a movement. And people are being very, very pathetic with his antecedents. I know a lot of people don't know it, but seeing him coming out with those confessional statements, in fact, what Obi has done, he has successfully exposed all these bourgeois, all these governors. He's exposed, and I tell you, they are not happy about it. And again, I want to also say that the battle is not going to be easy, because by virtue of what is going on, by virtue of this trend, they're going to pull resources together. And are going to use all sorts of political brigandage to make sure that they change the narrative. They are smart and outwit him in every logical sense. But I tell you, no man can stop an idea whose time is right. But it's not about folding hands. And again, Naija watch. Sometimes you sound like if you're being too skeptical. What is it? Are we not tired? Even sometimes the media platforms, and again, I'm not scared about mentioning them. I have a strong reservation about Chinese televisions. I can absorb Arise News to some extent because they make their news reportage interactive. They allow people to air views. But when I make comparison, I see that sometimes even the media are not helping out. We knew people, we knew the enemies among us. Are we not tired? Are we not tired that we invite a politician to come and push a position, or maybe give a recap of an issue that are pushed to the front burner of a germane issues of national interest, and you see somebody lying, brazenly lying, and we don't have that boldness to question their integrity, to ridicule them. Power is not in the hands of these few. Power is in the hands of the people. So the ability to summon courage and put them on the spot, it will go a long way to help us. We have the thugs. We have this downtrodden. And again, you don't have to blame them, because you're only qualified to act within the limit of your capacity. You can't give what you don't have. So they are informed, and if you're not informed, you're deformed. So what do we do? Because even as much as they're collecting this money, they don't even know what they are doing. You are the one clean yourself, say they are collecting 10,000. As far as they are concerned, what they are doing is legitimate. And they expose it, they are happy. You could see them even making a video and telling, hey, I made 10,000 today. They don't know. So in our communities, we should have community heads. We should have mobilization centers. We should have conscientization centers. They don't know. It goes a long way. People have to sacrifice. Like me, I'm in Houston, Texas. And I am reaching out to people. Like today, I had my family member who was discussing, and I said, have you gotten your PVC? And they said, no, I just hang up the phone. It's a serious matter, because you can't be calling me, send you $, send you this, send you that, and you are not doing anything. You're not setting the template. You are not setting the template to chart a new course. And we go a long way to emancipate us from all this stranglehold. So when you say something, you act it. I'm trying to see how I can, in my own, within my enclave, I'm beginning to do a mobilization. I know some persons have started doing it, because here is a law country, so you don't just do things. But I am coming up with a plan. I don't know P2B. I've not met him. And again, I didn't just say I'm supporting P2B. It was in this same platform that some person I say, which one are you supporting? Which one are you? But because I don't want emotion. I don't want to be driven with emotion. And some of my Igbo brothers, I've also cautioned in this same platform. They say, come, you don't use emotion to fight this thing. You try to be very scientific about the way you go about trying to convince. It's about conviction. What do you have? I salute to be sagacity because today he proudly carrying his manifest. Okay, like today, I listened to that interview. They were asking him, "What is the where is your blueprint?" They were expecting to see a blueprint, a written documentation. He said, "My manifesto is just what I'm telling you." Those who have been, doctoring this thing for decades, what have you benefited from them? And the answer is nil. So this is a man that is as practical, as pragmatic as anything. Like I say, if we miss this, it might be to your turn to Israel. Because
Okay. All right. Thank you
Nigeria is
so
on
much.
the brink of collapse. So I urge everywhere, meaning Nigerians, anybody who seems that what is going on today is directly or indirectly affecting him should, stand up. Collectively, we can stop them.
All
Thank
right,
you for
thank you
that.
so much. Thank you very much, Comrade Chidi. I can feel the passion in your voice. I mean, all well-meaning Nigerians right now are frustrated. You know, the country is actually frustrating everybody at the moment. So let's move straight to Mr. Lucky Ralph. Mr. Lucky Ralph, please, are you ready for us? Mr. Lucky Ralph. Okay, I guess Mr. Lucky is not ready for us. We're going to move straight to Mr. Lucky.
You muted me. Yes, you muted my speaker.
You
Okay.
could have as well just
Um.
unmuted yourself. Okay, that's fine. I just unmuted you. Please go ahead and make your contributions,
Okay.
please.
Good evening, Kachi,
Good
and
evening. Good
good
evening.
evening, my fellow panel. Um. I would not like to discuss about Madam Baka issue. Coming to Chris, I believe he just want to, be noticed so that people can uh, at least have something to talk about him. Otherwise, there is no reason why a man as old as he is can wake up and tell people like Tunubu, Atiku, Obi to step down and, and let him assume the interim president. It's not possible. So no, we have to leave him there. Coming to this man, what's his name? The one husband to Regina Dane.
Ned Woko.
Ned Nwoko is a politician, and the issue of culture he talk about is real. If not for any other thing, to protect your vote. But I can tell you, in that aspect, the youth is going to be 3 talks we face 30 youths in every ward. That's what is going to happen. By the time campaign starts and he gave all talk to the people, if you vote, don't go anywhere. Stay there. So there will be a way to protect the vote. But one thing people don't know is this. Most of us that are here have so much we don't know. Like the coordinator's contact about making donation and all that. I'm going to send link to Naija Watch where, like our brother that said he's speaking from, is in diaspora, he's speaking, he want to donate and all that. Being who Obi is, he have not given Labour Party the authority order to start collecting donation. He wants to make sure they start at the right time. But right now, the link and for people who want to volunteer or contribute or head any ward or any country as the head of the chairman to coordinate that the place they are is out, and anybody can join. I'm going to send the link so you be in contact direct with the Rebel Party. They will be contacting you, everything going on. There will be Zoom meeting off and on. So I'm going to send the link to. Then coming to, I want us to please emulate the person whom we are about to elect as president. The way things are going, the way people respond to issues is not what it's supposed to be. Like what our brother said, one of our brothers, he said, it's true. There are people that you can actually change their mind just the way you respond to them. If we love Obi and we accept him to lead us in this movement, we emulate him. You can start from the time Showole talk about him, he don't respond. You talk about Reno Omokre, he did not respond. You talk about Mbaka, you heard how he respond. This is the man we are looking after, someone we have to look up to. And we need to do so for us to make it and achieve our goals. Now, if you notice, all this while, he's campaigning, going state by state. If you notice, for a man like him to get up, though it's not now, he did not start now, he started over since he left office. He have been fighting over this too much spending and all that. But for him to speak to the authority, all these governors and all that, telling them that what they are doing is not right, he's out for the fight. Though he's not going to do it in a violent way, but he is out for the fight. He have looked at himself and know that they can't find anything. Otherwise, by now, he will be in a big soup. By now, he will be crying. But they are searching and looking, they can't find anything. You can, you know how many people he have named on the, why he's giving detail of some events and all that. And nobody have said what he said is not true. So the good thing is that they will keep throwing whatever they want at him, and looking at what they are throwing at him is actually nothing. So that is one good thing. I am telling someone today, this is not about winning. If we are talking about winning, the people that have been winning for the past 15 years, what have they done for us? If you are talking about structure, the people that have structure for the past 16 years, what have they done for us? Now, how are you going to look at let's assume one of your relation or children are among the people that died in Owo. What are you going to tell them? That you decided to vote for these same two parties that put us in this mess? If your Boko Haram have killed your relation or your child, what are you going to tell your relation? Your son or daughter who died? Things like this. Those students that are sitting at home and you're a father, someone told us in a group today, he entered into a school. So he's from Kaduna, but he's a lecturer in Lagos. He said he entered inside the class, and he introduced a novel whereby the students like it and they want to read, but they first say, oh, sir, who do you want to vote? He intentionally told them, oh, I want to vote Tinubu. They all threw the novel at him and said, we are not interested in reading your novel anymore. And he told them, no, I'm just joking. The daughter is among the students. This man is from Kaduna. So Why am I telling you this? This issue, this process we are in, this movement, we are doing it for the future, our children. If you can't sacrifice 10,000 or 20,000 or even 1 million is not enough for us to ignore all that is happening in Nigeria, a country whereby you have to calculate, think, this route I want to pass, is this safe or not? Is not worth it for us to repeat and continue in the same with the same people who have been leading us and couldn't do
Okay.
anything.
All right. Thank you so much,
So
Mr. Lucky Raf. Thank you
this is
very much for that contribution. I'm going to come back to you shortly when we're about to round up the show. I'm going to come back to you shortly. Thank you so much for your contributions. And we're going to move straight to Mod Life. Mod Life, good evening and thank you for joining us today. Please unmute your mic and make your contributions.
Yeah, thank you so much. Again, Naija Watch, thank you guys for this amazing contribution. I have said it anytime I come here that we don't have to live in denial. Yes, everyone don't have to live in denial because this our 1999 constitution is a fraud. It's a fraudulent constitution. There is no doubt about it because no matter what we said here, these political class people that are governing us now, they are powerful and more powerful. Like, look at Yobe State as an example. Ahmed Lawan left Yobe State to contest for APC presidential flag bearer. Now, somebody contested for that Senate seat and won. Ahmed Lawan, after their consensus something failed them, he lost. And now he went back to his state, collided with the governor for them of that particular place. And somebody won that election. And the person told them no, that he is not going to step down for Ahmed Lawa because he contested and won. Ahmed Lawa did not contest. You know what APC did with the INEC? They removed the man that won that election and put Lawan there and told the man to go to court. Because what? The governor of the state have 80% vote of who will represent us in the National Assembly. That is the problem, and that's the problem from the 1999 Constitution. So, anything we said here still come back to them, and they are there every day, and that is why they are boasting of next year election. I have said it before. INEC is not independent. INEC work with the ruling governing body. Everybody knows that. So what we have to do now is, in your own strength, like somebody said here, that he is mobilizing his people. Yes, let it be that it is better for us to tell us ourselves the truth, even if we are going to die. So on our own, we have to do our best to mobilize our people. That is the question. If you say anything from now to next year without taking action, nothing will be done. Because this man called Obi, I don't know him, but when I have listened to two of his interviews, this is what a country needs. So I don't know him, but I'm telling you, I'm mobilizing my people. I'm giving them hope, the reason why they should get their PVC. And I'm encouraging them. And I'm telling them that I will be there. There's nothing hard for me. I have made money. I can call Nigeria and decided to stay in Transcorp Hotel all the year. Nothing will happen to me. But guess what? Our people in the village are the ones dying every day. Because they don't know. Somebody said there that they don't know what they are doing. Give them 1,000 naira, they will say their vote because they don't even know their left and their right. What is the constitution is saying? They don't know. So it is high time each and everyone that have the opportunity to come to this platform to say something. What are you doing on your own? It's not to say anybody can say anything, but what effort are you at the end of the day? Can you be able to say, yes, I mobilize these people, I sacrifice for these people, I did this, even if it did not work? That's my contribution. Let us put in the work. Let us put in the action. Let us engage people. Let us engage in our various local meetings and local friends and their communication. Let us educate them. Let us encourage people to go and get their PVT. Even though who cannot have money to transport to go and get their PVT, you support them. That is the way forward.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Modlife. Thank you for that amazing contributions. Mr. Murray, I can see I'm going to come to you shortly, but let me just take time out to acknowledge. I can see there are a lot of people in the comment section. Let me just take time out to acknowledge them. I can see Boss C. Thank you for joining us, Grace Omo. Essay Love, thank you so much for joining us. Irene Finance, Jala Skill, thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Rock, Ike Golden, Tracy, Jacopin, thank you so much for joining us. Victor Nnamdi and the Mommies of All Mommies, Mommy Diaspora, thank you so much for joining us today. Izuna, thank you so much for joining me today. Israel Samota, thank you so much for joining us today. Ugo Vic, thank you so much. James Obi, Jennifer, thank you so much for joining me today. I can see Destiny. Destiny, thank you so much for joining us today. Grace Omo, Ikena Favor, Mataya, thank you so much. Elias Osage, thank you so much for joining me today. To our lovely viewers out there, thank you so much for joining me today. God bless you. We're going to be rounding up the show shortly, but before then, you know how we do it, guys. We're just going to take a moment to advise our viewers, everybody watching us out there. I'll have to give you guys 1 minute to just give a word of advice to people watching us, why they shouldn't sell their votes, why they have to vote rightly this time, and what they stand to gain if they don't vote rightly this time. So I'm just going to give 1 minute to everybody to just, advise people watching us right now. So I'm going to start with Mr. Omori. Mr. Omori, please, your 1 minute.
Madam Kachi, I think Mr. Ibe is trying to call me for people that wanted to call him before. He didn't do that again.
Mr. Igbe, no, Mr. Igbe
Evis,
did not
Evis.
come to.
Naija Watch. I thought he wanted to call it.
He's there now. If he wants to call, he will call. He's in charge.
Mr. Naija Watch is not here right now, right? He's not here, and everybody on the panel has been able to make their contributions. I'm sure if he wants to come in, he would have done that already. Nobody's stopping him from coming. So, but now we just have to go on with the show, pending when Mr. Naija Watch comes on the show. Everybody on the panel have been able to speak, so we're going to go straight to Mr. Omori. Mr. Omori, please. Your 1 minute starts now. Please keep to
Yeah,
time.
thank you. I have a lot of reports to make. I don't know if how much. I don't know how to utilize 1 minute. So my brother, my beloved brother Jimo, he came here with a wonderful submission as always. He has never hidden his love for his APC and his candidate. He's an adult. He has his own right. So I want to talk about the structure. The structure is important. Now, this structure means a lot of things to different people. Some people see the structure as the number of governors you have in a state. Others see it as the number of senators you have in a state. Other people have see it as the number of states under your control as a party. Other people have it as how many candidates you are featuring for. They are all correct. But in my own observation, my own opinion, the structure is that person, those Nigerians that be source free, who are in strategic locations and positions to defend you. They're not ready to sell out no matter what. That is the greatest structure anybody can have. I've been into politics. I've done it. It's not something we've been to through PDP. We're sent it to PDP to understudy the reason behind their wickedness. We're there, not as members. We're just there to observe, to understand them like researchers. We also came up with a blueprint on how to counter them. So this movement you are seeing today is not just starting today. What you are seeing today is just a symptom. It's just, Obil is a symbol of something people have been doing since 1999. People are tired. So there's nothing special about PDP. There's nothing special about APC apart from their thuggery, assassination, the corruption, bloodletting. There's nothing special about them. They are not smart. They are not smart. So to tell you about the structure in my area, for example, we have gotten the list of every local government. We have given this to them already. We have given them a location on where to operate from. Some people have even volunteered their buildings to be structures. If that is what you mean by structure, we're going to surprise you. We're going to have structure all over. Agents are voluntary. I did the election when my agents did not collect money from me. Others were paying 30,000, 20,000 per agent. You know, they never even asked me what I was going to pay them. They just believe it's not going to disappoint us. That was the structure I had, and it worked for us against PDP when there was no APC. The APC we have in Edo today, we were the grand, founders of that APC. Little do we know that the APC is going to be a bigger monster than the PDP with one and kick out. So nothing special about them. They only criminally be smart, taking advantage of people's gullibility. Now that people are waking up, they're going to go into political oblivion. We are going to send them to exile they cannot return from. So nobody should be afraid of structure. Agents are willing to work for Obi without collecting the time. People are volunteering their houses for offices already. Now we just like yesterday, we were able to give office to about 10 local governments so far. So the ones ready, they are looking for. They are going to send us, proposals on locations and how much it's going to cost them. This is people's movement, not Obi's movement. Obi don't even know how much people are working for him. So nobody be deceived by they don't have structure. Enough of that story. That we have gone beyond that level. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Omori, for that. We're going to go straight to Mr. Jimo. Mr. Jimo, please talk to Nigerians that are watching you right now. What do you have to say to them? 1 minute, please.
Yes, good evening once again. I don't really have much to say. I think I've said it all as regard this topic. Everybody is not registered should go and register and let the movement continue. If it doesn't work now, we're still not going to give up. Let everybody do his bit. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jimo, for that brief, delivery. We're going to go straight to Mr. Tiyobala. Mr. Tiyobala, please talk to Nigerians. 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you so much once again for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Nigeria, please go and take back your country, because as we speak right now, Nigeria is not a place where you can grow your talent because of the way Nigeria government have dealt with us. Many of us have suffered the bad governance of these leaders. Nigeria is a very rich country that you don't even need to worry. Nigeria would have, as in, if we have a better government or whatever, Nigeria will be the best place on earth. Is it in education? Is it in technology? Tell me, is it in farming, whereby you can just plant anything, you harvest everything? Even the US here, most of the things they eat are organic. Rather, they are just, how will I put it? They are not as fresh as what we have in Nigeria. So please, and make yourself available for this revolution. Let it be that in your generation, you are able to save that country. Your name will be written in gold. You will be proud to tell your children that during it was your time we were able to save this country for you people. Take back your country. That is all I can say. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Tiyobala. Thank you so much. Yes, Nigerians, we have to get back our country. Then, please, we have so many people watching us and we don't have enough like on this broadcast. Please like. I always beg you guys to like, because so YouTube can always suggest this platform to more people to come here. We cannot exactly be recycling the same people every time, but when we have new people coming, they will share their ideas, they will share, their thoughts. You understand? So please always like our broadcast. Please like our broadcast. Please share. If you're yet to subscribe, please do so. Tell your friend to tell another friend, guys. Please do so. We're gonna go straight to Comrade Chidi. Comrade Chidi, 1 minute, please. Talk to Nigerians.
Naija, watch. Before I comment, the link they sent.
Comrade Chidi.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay, I guess Comrade Chidi is not ready for us. We're going to go straight to
Mr.
Lucky Ralph. Mr. Lucky Ralph, please talk to Nigerians. Your 1 minute.
Can you hear me?
Is that Comrade Chidi?
Yes, I've been talking. I don't know if you muted me.
We were not hearing you. Okay, please, your 1 minute starts now.
Okay, I was going to say before I comment, the people who are sending the link, because I'm here in Houston, Texas. So how can I I don't know. Is there any contact I
You
can
want
make
to
in that
send a
regard?
link? You can just private. There's a private chat there. You can just post the link on the private chat, and we'll see a way we can post it publicly once anything is verified. Because on Naija Watch platform, we don't post anything that is not verified. We have to scrutinize and verify before we post anything for the public. So just put it on the private chat there, and we'll do our own research there before putting out on public.
Okay. Well, you mean put it on the private? What are you telling me to
There's a
put on the?
private chat. Just look to the left or to the right part of your screen. You'll see where you have comment banners. There's a private chat there. Just click on the private chat and post any link that you want to post there. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
it didn't get my question, but that's fine. I mean, I was actually asking the link they were talking about, reaching, not me posting anything. I don't have nothing to post.
Okay, you're not talking about your link. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
So
Please,
I can hear you.
just go ahead and make your 1 minute
Okay,
contribution.
well, in line with the issue in contention, let me quickly say, they say silence is golden, but whenever it is mistaken as stupidity or consent, the most appropriate option becomes breaking the silence. I think Nigeria has broken their silence, and they are ready. They have spoken, and they are ready to push it to a logical conclusion. It's a movement, it has started. So I implore all and sundry to be a partaker of this movement. Those who are looking for a way out might as well remain in the dark, as long as they have refused the one who is holding the line. I implore everybody to be part of this movement. Reach out to your constituencies. Do a lot of conscientization. I believe the sky is our limit. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, Comrade Chidi. That is just very brilliant. Thank you so much for that contributions. We're going to go straight to Mud Life. Mud Life, can you hear me, please?
Yes. Yeah.
Mr.
Thank
Mud
you so
Life.
much. Yes,
Or
I can hear you.
Modal. Okay, Modal. Mr.
Yes, I
Modal,
can.
please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I guess Mr. Modal is not ready at the moment. We're
I
just going
said
to
I
go.
can hear you.
Okay,
I
we
can
were
hear
not
you.
here. Okay, I can hear you now. Please go ahead. Talk to Nigerians. 1 minute.
Yeah. Thank you so much. My fellow Nigerians, now is the time. There is no more time. Go and get your PVC. Educate our loved ones. Educate your friends. Educate whoever that you see the importance of 2023. If you want Nigerians to be good, go out and vote for a competent person. And that competent person is this young man, Peter Obi. Vote for him. He has so much for us. If we fail it, Buhari regime will be far more better. As we are crying now, that I wish Jonathan would have come back. We will cry. How I wish Buhari will come back. So we don't want that anymore. Go and get your PVC. And anybody on this platform, coming to this platform, do your own work. Encourage your people, educate them, get their PVC so that we will move Nigeria forward.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Model, for that. We're just going to go straight to Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, you came late. Please give us your 1 minute contributions. Talk to Nigerians listening to us right now.
Yeah, my sister came late, but I've been listening.
Okay.
Yeah, what I want to say is this: Nigerians, let us get our PVC. We that are scattered all over the world, let us educate our families. Give them reason why they should do this. I was watching Tinubu going to, is it Ibadan? Can you just see? He has not been elected as president. But do you see, even Buhari, the kind of convoy the man is going with, Buhari has not gone with such convoy. Is that the person we want as a president? If Nigeria is your company, your business, and you're looking for a manager, can you employ Tinubu as your manager? That's what we should be talking. Atiku, we have seen him. He became a billionaire when he became a custom director or whatever. He become a vice president. Everywhere becomes money. He cannot tell us how he started his life. The same thing Tinubu. But we have seen the young man who can, at all time, when you ask him, he will tell you he has been going about making himself available for all manner of questions. And even if you throw anything against him, he will keep quiet. He cannot respond to you because he knows that you are lying. You can imagine the way this young man is going about. If there is anything against him, this guy could have used it against him, but they have been searching, nothing to be used against him. Why can't we go for a man who has every Nigeria at heart? All I want to say, every Nigeria, we in diaspora, talk to your, like me, I've told every member of my family, if you don't have, anytime you call me for money, show me your PVC. If you don't have it, don't call me.
Okay.
So let everybody do the same.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank
my
you so
sister.
much, Mr. Charles. Thank you so much for that. If you don't have your PVC, no urgent 2K for you. So if you need urgent 2K, get your PVC. Okay, guys, we're just going to go straight to Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, please talk to Nigerians.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Kachi. Well, fellow
Mr.
Nigerians and fellow,
Machiavelli.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but I think Kachi can't hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, you're very right, Mr. Jimmy.
Um,
I think she cannot hear me.
okay, I can hear you now, Mr. Machiavelli. Please go ahead
Okay.
and make your contributions.
Well, this is why we must work together to ensure that there's a good process, because now Nigeria, you can see what is going on there, even where you are now. Fellow Nigerians and fellow concerned citizens around the globe, we've said enough. And I think you only have to give little, but the ones that are listening need to do their work. It was the struggle of everybody here that will ensure a good system back in our country. Listen, don't be tired. Because if you remember, let me take you just 1 minute to Tunisia. What happened in Tunisia? A vegetable seller was the one that brought the revolution, that brought down the regime of Ben Ali. Today, so you have the determination right now. Don't be discouraged. Don't use this process to destroy other people. Let them say what they want to say against your principle. But that determination, encourage your family members and you that is here, tell them to get their PVC, vote the right person. You that is here, make sure you are providing resources on ground. For those of us who does not have that PVC, go and get it. The paradise is just around the corner. My people, the paradise is just around the corner. Don't fail now, because Nigeria is now or never.
Now or
Good
never.
night, and God bless you all.
God bless you too, Mr. Machiavelli. Thank you all so much to my wonderful panelists. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. You guys are the best. To all the viewers watching us right now from anywhere at your office, from your homes, thank you all so much. You guys are amazing. I can see Victor Nnamdi. Victor Nnamdi, thank you so much for joining me today. Mr. Rock, thank you so much for joining me today. Mr. Jimo, Comrade Chidi, Modal, Machiavelli, Mr. Charles, thank you so much for joining me today. Mr. Mori, thank you so much. Brian Nice, aka No Food for Lazy Man, thank you so much for joining me today. You guys are great. Thank you guys so much. But do not forget that we're going to go live tomorrow, 9 a.m. Nigerian time, for the newspaper headlines review. We always do that. I'll need you guys to always join us for the newspaper headline reviews, 9 a.m. Nigerian time, every day, Monday to Saturday. Thank you all so much for joining me today. God bless you and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Have an amazing day. Bye bye.